Good night, America, and it's time for your political maniacs, Supreme Court style. Yes, indeed, America, it is true. We are in the middle of what is American history. Or maybe, as President Trump would say, American carnage. It depends how you're watching. This is day 3 of the confirmation hearings for Supreme Court nominee Judge Brett Kavanaugh. And the process will culminate in a massive civil rights rollback, is what progressives are saying, if Kavanaugh is appointed. According to Derek Johnson, president of the NAACP, the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing of Kavanaugh got off to a tense start Tuesday morning, with at least 20 protesters being arrested for disrupting the hearing and calling for the Senate to vote against Kavanaugh's confirmation. Amongst protesters were reproductive rights activists who say Kavanaugh is a threat to the future of Roe v. Wade, the fundamental abortion rights law that protects a woman's right to choose. And on Thursday, the NAACP released a statement outlining how Kavanaugh's potential Supreme Court appointment will be a severe threat to civil rights and called for the Senate to reject him. Also brewing, while this is all going down, is the procedural battle between between Senate Democrats and Senate Republicans on the Judiciary Committee about information that is deemed to be what they called committee confidential. So information that senators can see and the citizenry we cannot see. Democrats are arguing that Republicans have shielded thousands of pages of documents. They claim that only 4% of all the Kavanaugh documents are made public to the American people. They say that the archives, the National Archives, people that sort of procure these documents and generate these documents, they've not been able to do their job and vet properly the documents. So now Democrats are asking for the committee to be delayed so they can review the documents. Now more documents have been released the hours before the Kavanaugh hearing began. Just hours. Chuck Grassley and Republicans released 46,000 pages worth of documents. So that gets us to where we are now. Amid growing criticism, Senator Cory Booker defended the release of confidential documents and vowed to do it again. Here's what Cory Booker said. Today, members of the Judiciary Dems, this is what he said on Twitter, released committee confidential documents about Kavanaugh that were previously hidden from the public. He added, "We will continue to release more committee confidential documents to draw attention to this sham process." Booker's tweet came the same day as Booker released emails that linked discussions with the Supreme Court nominee of Brett Kavanaugh. He announced his plans during the confirmation hearings. He said, "I'm right now, before your process is finished, I'm going to release the emails about racial profiling. And I understand the penalties come with potential ousting from the Senate." Cory admitted he understood and he was knowingly violating the rules. The Washington Post highlighted, I'm telling you, it's bonkers, baby, it's bonkers, that this afternoon that the documents may have already been released prior to the drama playing out on the U.S. Senate floor. And now other Senate Democrats are backing Cory up. There's another email being released, committee confidential, from Dianne Feinstein about how Brett Kavanaugh feels about abortion. Emails are being released about how Brett Kavanaugh feels about racial profiling. It is going down, down, baby, your street in a Range Rover. Yes, indeed, it is true. Let's take a listen to Brett Kavanaugh's answers to some of these questions.
I fully understand the gang violence, gun violence, drug violence that has plagued various cities. But as a judge, my job, as I saw it, was to follow the Second Amendment opinion of the Supreme Court, whether I agreed with it or disagreed with it. And I understand the importance of the precedent set forth in Roe v. Wade. Planned Parenthood versus Casey reaffirmed Roe and did so by considering the stare decisis factors. So Casey now becomes a precedent on precedent.
Trump claims he has an absolute right to pardon himself, does he?
Sarah, I'm not going to answer hypothetical questions.
Now herein lies the truth. The truth is this. First, let's deal with, we're going to get back to the carnival ring that's happening in the Judiciary Committee in a minute, but I just want to correct the facts on Mr. Kavanaugh. So Mr. Kavanaugh first said that the Planned Parenthood versus Casey case is what codifies Roe versus Wade. That fact's a little bit shaky. Here's what Planned Parenthood versus Casey did. What Planned Parenthood versus Casey did was it actually loosened up the ability for states to determine how they write laws. So basically, the Supreme Court says that, you know, abortion is legal and states can't, states can't really infringe upon that right, but they can sort of, as long as you have as long as you have access to it, they can sort of, do what they will. So what that allowed states to do was create all the laws limiting how a woman gets her abortion. Now here is the crux to Roe versus Wade that people need to understand, that goes far beyond the implications of being whether you're pro-life or pro-choice. What Roe versus Wade codified for the first time in court, in American law, in American judicial proceedings is this: that women are no longer inferior to men. We've already know, science and everything tells us, women and men are equal. But for an entire millennia, our laws have basically said that women are inferior to men. What Roe v. Wade did was it made it very clear that women have full control and complete autonomy of their body. And by giving them full and complete autonomy of their body to make both health decisions, business decisions, all decisions containing to life, that made women and men equal. It leveled the playing field. It was the first time that it was done. By striking a blow to Roe versus Wade, or even if you were to strike a blow against Planned Parenthood in the Planned Parenthood versus Casey decision, what you actually do is you knock women down a peg when it comes to, in law, not in reality, in law, in the eyes of the law, when it comes to their inferiority to men. Period. Back to the bunkers of this court and this proceeding. So here we sit, day 3. Democrats saying the process is unfair. Republicans moving on like normally scheduled programming. You have President Trump mad at Bob Woodward. And here's what we know. Here's what's really going down, America. The reason why the Republicans don't want some of these documents to get out, because it could question their sure pick to the Supreme Court of the United States. I do believe that the party in power and the president in power and the Senate in power should get their Supreme Court pick. I believe that. Herein lies the problem. Republicans stole a pick that belonged to Barack Obama. Herein lies the second part of the problem. The American people ultimately have the final say. And in order for the American people to have a say through their senators and the American people have to have the ability to see all the documents. And if the documents are not protected by presidential privilege and they're allowed to be given to the members of the United States Senate, then they should be allowed to be read and seen by the American people, and Brett Kavanaugh should be allowed to answer questions about those documents. That's not Democratic. That's not Republican. That's just called accountable.